Greetings, one and all. I got a new computer. This is Stargods, by the way. Wink, wink, nod, nod. I got a new computer. It's Windows 10. It's not too bad. I don't know what the panic was. It seems to be a lot better than 8, 8.1. Anyways, my other computer, I wouldn't recommend a laptop for anybody. I mean, they just break down. This is a desk model, which is runs pretty darn good. It runs pretty darn good. So I got it for my birthday. I got that in a 20-pound bag of birdseed. Yeah. Uh, they get everywhere. I just want to say that it's not doing too bad. There's a few glitches, but the biggest glitch of all is when it does glitch and I reboot and I get Windows updating, and then I know I gotta wait 20 minutes, and then it does it again. It restarts and then it goes Windows updating, and so altogether it's about almost an hour of updates, and then by that time I lose my steam and I lose my direction, I lose my coordination of my ideas, and then I'm tired, and it's so stinking hot here. It's unbelievable. You know what? There is such thing as rainmakers. No, there's not. Stop him. There's no such thing as rainmakers. Yeah, there is. They do it for a living. Yeah, I mean, you can look it up on Google. You can make the rain go away for what is it? The going price is $100,000. If you're fed up with the rain in your area and it's flooding, you can get rid of the rain for $100,000. Look it up. People don't know anything. People only know less than 1% of what's really going down the pike, okay? And you can't tell people the truth because it's too mind-boggling, it's too shocking, it's too, like look at the subject of Tataria. It's like, hit me, baby, one more time. It's unbelievable. So anyways, let's start the video here. Shut him up! So I'm making this, and I'm going to be referring to the movie The Arrival, so spoiler alert. So if you don't want to look the movie up and watch it, then this has got a spoiler alert, and you're going to spoil your computer couch, okay, or chair. So let's go. So you have this guy Zane, played by Martin Sheen, or Charlie Sheen. Sorry, that's his daddy, his big daddy. Anyways, Charlie Sheen is brilliant in this movie. The way his face and his gestures, oh my goodness, and the lines are perfect. So, besides the point, they're signal watchers at SETI, him and his partner, and they're sitting around, they're getting bored, and all of a sudden, the signal comes in, and he's just like, whoa, they're on fire. This is amazing. It only lasts a couple minutes, but they're there, and they've recorded it. They've recorded it, so they take it to the boss, Phil. Say, Phil, come on, wake up. We got the signal. We got the signal. We got it recorded. It only lasts a few minutes, but we got it. It was strong and it was powerful. And then Phil, his boss, says, well, okay, we can't investigate it. We can't, because we don't have the budget for it. And the public's not really interested in this kind of stuff. And so, okay, blah, 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 blah. So anyways, Phil gets a copy of it. I think he refuses the coffee, but anyways, this is a moot point. Phil then destroys the tape. Then Zane finds out, Charlie Sheen, he finds out, and he goes, what is this, a conspiracy or something? And then he says, I don't know what this man's talking about. This man has a troubled mind, or however he said. So then, now Zane knows there's a conspiracy. And then a little bit later, these two strange agents show up, and they're taking everything they got, all the information, and taking it. So the cat's out of the bag, and the main tape has been destroyed by his boss, Phil. And so they can't prove anything. All they are is lone nuts blowing in the wind. And so he's realizing there's a conspiracy there. So he decides to, he kind of cons all the neighbors into this deal. It's a special deal, and if you get it done, it's a special thing. Anyways, he arranges all the dishes in his neighborhood for remote control from his office, which is in the garage. So when he pushes a button, it can go to that certain part of space they never went to before when they got the signal, see if they can pick it up again. And then everybody, their TVs go blink off, it's static, but it's only for 5 minutes, so 5-10 minutes, so everything's okay. So anyways, he pushes a button, he gets it, and all of a sudden, whoosh, and this kid wants to know all about it. And this kid that he works with, 14 years old, he hangs around, can't get rid of him. And so Zane there decides, I'll just let him hang around. But anyways, the kid's developing input for everything that's happening. He's asking questions. What was that? What does the spike mean? Blah, blah, blah. And then it turns out, to make a long story short, the story goes on for a little bit. He goes to Mexico. He wants to, because it overlaid on a commercial FM radio station in Mexico. So, see, I always look down at the screen here. So if I'm not looking in the camera, I can still say myself. I was going to say now he goes to Mexico, but the radio station's burned down. And he has this little guide, this tour guide that shoots him around, blah, blah. And he bumps into this lady who is finding really real evidence of terraforming on the Earth. And they get together and they talk. And now the terraforming is like, wow, it's like, this is weird. And then Zane there, he kind of, they have something in common, so they want to fool around, but then they don't get to fool around because there's a murder attempt on both of their lives with one successful attempt. But anyway, Zane's in the bathtub and he notices up above there's a big circle and it's dripping water, and he thinks maybe the building, blah blah blah. But what it is some Mexican assassin guy has plugged up the bathtub so that it overflows, so the whole room is filled with water up above there. So he decides he's going to take a bath, and he looks up, and all of a sudden, he's like, wow, Jiminy Cricket! And he's out of the bathtub, and then it comes crashing out and goes down floor by floor, just like 9/11. That proves 9/11 was real. I saw it in the movie. And so it goes bang, 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 all the way down. And then he looks up and he sees the Mexican assassin looking. Well, if you're really in tune, you'll recognize the symbolism for the age of Aquarius. And so the lady that he was talking to, the same guy, the Mexican assassin, goes to her place and puts scorpions under her door. And eventually she gets plus signs in her eyes, and she's gone. And so he realizes how serious this is getting. Anyways, he goes to and he gets picked up he's a suspect in her murder. He gets picked up, goes to the police station, and there's a guy who looks exactly like Phil, his boss. It's an absolute duplicate. The resemblance is bloody amazing. So he escapes from there, and he manages to figure out that these beams, one is coming from the Earth and one is coming from above. They're communicating with the aliens back and forth. So he finds out where the beam is coming from the Earth, goes in there, and there's a whole underground network of aliens. And what they're doing is they're producing CO2 and launching it into the atmosphere every few minutes. They launch. And he's discovered now, he's watching the aliens, and what they do is these aliens, really cool language. It sounds like a lizard. Amazing. Because we're having all, look up Phil Schneider and all that, we're having all these lizards being discovered now underneath in caves, not caves, tunnels. And so these aliens are talking like reptilians. It's really awesome. It's really awesome. So he sees them, and there's this generation spot where they go in there, the aliens go in there, and they turn into a human being. Now he sees one of the aliens go in there, and she's given the human form of a lady cop that he had just seen at the police station. And, you know, bells and whistles should be going on in your head right now, hopefully. I don't know what you're talking about. Did you take your meds? No. Did you get your vaccine shot? Isn't that great? America fought for liberty and justice and freedom. Because now they have won the freedom of choice. God bless America and the American Revolution. Because now they have the freedom of choice. They can choose between the mask and the syringe. Isn't that... God bless America. God bless you, Biden, you son of a... beep. So anyways, the guy looks exact. Now he realizes that these aliens, you don't know who they are because they look so human. Hit me, baby, one more time. Like my dress. Now I'm realizing it when I'm watching the movie. Oh my God, we've heard that so many times. They Live and movies like that. They all take, that's the, going all the way back into the 50s with Invaders from Mars. Remember the dad comes home and, Dad, where were you? Johnny, shut up. He's really strange because he's been taken by the aliens and returned. It's all about them controlling our minds, and they do. People, oh really, that's so interesting. You know, oh, there goes that redhead. Whoa! You know, unbelievable. People know less than 1% that's happening on this earth because it's too shocking. It's too overwhelming would be the key word here. So he realizes that he can't trust anybody. And there's hundreds of movies with that same repeating theme over and over and over again. Because they have to tell you, the controllers have to tell you what they're going to do. So we have two brothers, right? Joe and Frank. And Joe goes to Frank, and maybe not, but I don't know why I said brothers. Anyways, they're friends. They know each other. You got faulty memory syndrome. Hello. So Joe goes over to Frank's place, and Frank's pretty well off. He's got everything. Joe doesn't. Joe, you know, lives for his lunch bucket. Oh, they don't have that. They have brown paper bags. Oh, I'm not so. That's racist talk. Brown. Uh-oh. So, you know, you'll see this theme over and over and over again. You know, and Invaders from Mars. I mean, the same theme over and over. They can all look human when they want to. Does that tell you something? But anyways, you got Frank and Joe, or Joe and Frank. Getting confused now. I just want to shut this thing off. It's so hot. So Frank's got a lot of stuff. He's a lot of expensive stereo and computer. And so Joe says to Frank, you know, I'm sick of you having everything and me having nothing in life. Tonight at midnight, I'm coming in, and because Joe's been drinking, so he doesn't really pay attention to him. So he says, at midnight, I'm getting through the window, and I'm going to get into the living room. I'm going to open up doors, and I'm going to take everything you have. And then, oh, Joe, you're so funny. And Joe says, no, I'm telling you. I'm warning you what I'm going to do. So that night, midnight comes, and then in the morning, Frank's stuff's all gone. And so he wails and rails on Joe, and Joe says, "What's your problem, big boy? I told you yesterday exactly what I was going to do. I told you, I warned you, and did you listen?" And so people today get warned ahead of time from movies, mostly science fiction movies, of what the agenda and what's going down, what's going to happen, and then the public goes, "It's just a movie, you stupid, sick, pussy pig. Oh, you slime, you just idiot." And then the Christians, they don't talk about stuff like that. They do the Christian karate. It's like, whoof, tuck to the end. That's what they do all the time. And so nobody gets it. Nobody, And this is what they do because it lessens their karma of judgment against them. If they tell us what they're going to do, then we were forewarned. But we don't listen because that was just a Hollywood movie. So anyways, they're putting all this CO2 gas in the air. And then I'm realizing that this whole movie, they're telling us. They're telling us right to our face in the movie. They're terraforming this earth right now. It's called global, what is it? Climate change. It used to be global warming, but then it got cold and they had to change their minds. So they call it climate change because now it's so hot. They're terraforming over and over and over and over and over again. You will see discoveries of underground tunnels and chambers filled with lizards. San Francisco, I forget the whole complete story. I think it was San Francisco. They were their engineers went down in there to do something, and I forget what it was. And then they came across lizards and tunnels, and the lizards don't like cold weather. Are you getting my drift here? They like hot weather. And now we've had the biggest hot spells ever recorded in history. They are terraforming the earth. There's all kinds of mythological tales about war, about being ruled by, that's the story of the Nagas, which spelt backwards is, spell it backwards and see what I'm talking about. It's kind of a surprise. The Nagas, they were the kings and queens of Indians, of the Eastern Indians, or whatever. They blew it. And, the Hindus and all that. They were the gods. And they could shapeshift from a human form into a reptilian form. Look through history. It's filled to the brim with references to lizard people that were at one time forced down into the earth. And I think now they want to return to the surface and claim dominance. So you don't just fly in with UFOs and everything and then, the atmosphere, the sun, it's cold today. No. They don't invade, they assimilate. They come in and replace humans. Are you getting my drift here? And this is what you saw in the movie, The Arrival. The Arrival. Listen to the title. They're arriving. They're not coming from outer space and all that. They're coming up from below. They want to claim this planet. And they're doing that, but they have to terraform it first. I know with Archons, the Archons, they can't stay in our atmosphere for that long. Only a very short period of time can they stay in the atmosphere. So what they do is they got all the elites together to form the Masons out of the Illuminati, and they are the ranch hands, the hired ranch hands, the Archons, and the Nephilim bloodline too is involved, which the Archons do not get along with the Nephilim. They consider them bastardized bloodline, like the royals are bastardized. A bastard bloodline. They consider themselves poor, far from it, pure. and they mingle in among us and rule over us. So they get all of their replacements in key positions of power to rule over us, to tell us what to do. And we all blindly, oh wow, it's government, and they create religions of thou, I call it the thou shall not religions. Thou shalt not, or I will repay, says Jehovah. Y'all know I'm telling the truth because you can look it up yourself in the Bible. And the religion is created to keep the people occupied. Because when you're on the journey to knowledge and spirituality, I'm getting tired. Oh, here's a box. Here's a box that you can believe in. I open it up. Oh, look, Roman Catholicism. I got all the answers now. I don't have to keep walking. I don't have to keep struggling. I don't have to keep pursuing. I don't have to you know what I mean? And this is it. You get this box, and that's it. Now you can shut down all your research, all your looking, observing, learning, seeking. You can shut all down because you're now a Roman Catholic. Jesus died for me. You're a Christian now. You know, you just sit. You go home right now, Mr. Christian, and put your hands underneath your legs and just wait for Jesus. You don't learn anything. You don't try to stop anything. You don't go in million-man marches against anything because Jesus is coming soon. Oh, really? Well, a lot of my loved ones are dead. And I'm supposed to cheer myself up, even though they're burning in hellfire for their evil against God. You know, my grandmother, nicest, wonderful, most wonderful, dear, kind person ever. She's burning for her rebellion against Jehovah. She's on fire right now, screaming. You know, I lost my train of thought. So, anyways, everybody gets a sacred cow to believe in, so they can stop. They've justified. No, I'm a Christian now. I know Jesus. You don't have to walk. Your belief system doesn't have to be challenged. You don't have to have all this onerous work to do, all this thinking to do, this searching to do. And you just believe in Jesus. That's what the Antichrist Apostle Paul says. Just believe. Just believe. Put down that shovel. Just believe. You don't have to work at it. Oh my God. Where's my box of chocolates? You never know what you're going to get. So, it's just stupid. So it gives you justification, plausible denial, to just stop your search, stop growing in the spirit, stop evolving towards source, not Jehovah, the fake little Jewish God. I'm talking about the source, the ultimate universe, the ultimate mind of the true God, the Father, which Jesus often talked about the Father. He never talked about, and Jehovah will be real pleased if you get down on your knees and you just beg and beg and beg. And if you beg and worship him, he's not going to put you in a pit and fill it with gas and set you on fire. Yeah, he's the God of fire, all right. He's the God of matches. So it keeps us in fear. Stop! Don't take another walk on that journey, that path. You stop right now. Thou shalt not have any other gods but besides me, or you're gonna just burn, right? He's a crazy, Mad Hatter, Jewish god. He was a Canaanite god originally. He was, what was he? Yahoo, the god of volcanoes. Yeah, but you won't look into it because you've got it now. You've got it, girl. You've got it. You've got the truth. The pastor let you in on a little secret. Yeah, you've got it. Now you can do a complete stop and say, I got my sacred cow here. How you doing, Harvey? You know, give me a big one. You know, like you don't have to do anything. It's all taken care of. All the priests have taken care of it. All the spirituals, the New Age guys have taken care of it. It's all been corrupted. It's all taken care of. The Abraham religions are actually the worst. Okay, they are the worst for power and control. They tell you what to do, when to do, and they control you through guilt. They control through fear. They pop-ups. They control you through guilt, through fear, through feeling guilty about mistakes and things, regrets. They keep you right down because Jehovah's watching and he's with his burning eyes, right? He can't wait to kill us all off at Armageddon. He's getting really excited. He had his only begotten son butchered and satanically given in a blood sacrifice. Anyways, that's a big subject. That's all that's what it all revolves around Apostle Paul. And Apostle Paul created his whole Christian faith from a little voice in his head. And guess what? The other apostles didn't buy it. And they were all, we read about it in Acts, where they're like head to head. They don't like Paul. Paul is not favored. The church of Ephesus, the 7 churches of Asia, I think it is, threw him out the window. They judged him to be, not on, I'm not going to listen to a man tell me what to do and everything because he believes in a God that speaks to him in his head. We're talking about schizophrenia, to be honest, So that's a long story too, but people they got their belief system, no matter what a house of cards it is, they love it. I've gotten rid of every single sacred cow. I barbecued them. I got rid of them. So, back to the movie. That movie's telling you in explicit details what they're up to. The aliens are here. They've mingled among us. You don't know who they are. That theme goes for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of movies. This is the one thing they want us to know because it's going to relieve their negative evil karma by telling you the truth. Not everybody you come in contact with is a real human being. I am convinced they're not here to invade, they're here to replace. Okay? And I'm noticing a lot of people, and I think this, I've known a lot of people, you come in contact with them once in a while, and you see them over the years, and then one day you go, "Hey, Joe, how's it going? You look different." "Oh, no, I'm fine." Start sweating like the movie. No, you look different. Your voice is different. Your mannerisms different. Your features are different. I used to think this was cloning, but I'm thinking maybe they have some kind of method of pressing themselves into human flesh. And they love positions of being the boss because they can control you. They love being positions of CEOs of huge corporations because they have the power. And they hate us. They hate you, and they hate you, and they hate you even more. They want the surface of this earth. Well, there's no such thing as terraforming. Somebody ought to just knock the crap out of you. Oh, really? No terraforming. Then why isn't the sun yellow and dim like it used to be? I grew up with a sun that was dim, like sunset. It was like the sun setting, and it was yellow. You ever see that? What's that? CSR in Miami or wherever one it is, and it's always at sunset. That's what it used to be all day long until the sun actually set. And when the sun would set and get close to the mountains, it'd start to get darker and darker. Now it doesn't. The sun can be this far off a mountain and it is so bright, white, hot light that it's still in the middle of the day. But I remember when this twilight doesn't exist anymore because the sun has been terraformed, as far as I believe. They can come out, their eyes can handle the bright sun, and their bodies need the warmth of the bright sun. So obviously that's what they've changed the earth to, and they're coming more and more. I think they're ritually sacrificing people in replacement. These are the replacements. I'd like to get human replacement theory or something. I don't know. You guys got an idea what to call this theory? Because I'll always refer to you. I go, oh, so and so is online. No, and they are coming to the surface, and they want us removed. And when they come, they want the population reduced to 500,000. I think that's it. 500,000, yeah. Or, anyways, they want most of three-quarters of the population gone because there are too many of us to control. So when they finally covertly come to the surface of the earth, then starts the fake war, the Project Bluebeam, or all these aliens, these evil aliens will just come to destroy us. But with the help of the so-called good aliens that have snuck aboard from below, they will help us, and they'll win the war, and we'll trust them, and they'll live with them. Then watch the movie Alien Nation, okay? How they mingle and merge, and you can't tell one from another. And that's a good movie, too. It's all about how they come to Earth, and they manufacture adrenochrome, and there's all these alien gangsters. But they're here, and they're among us. And just like it's exactly like invaders from Mars. Dad goes missing. Dad's a fairly, nice guy. He goes out to investigate what his son said, that a UFO landed over there. They capture him. He comes back, totally different. His attitude's different. And I've known people. I am very, very skilled at facial construction and stuff. Very skilled. I took on somebody that was really well known, and I showed how junky her work was. But I don't have a degree, so be gone, little fly. So you must know some people that seem a little different kind of personality. They think different. I could get into some personal experiences, but those people wouldn't appreciate me saying that. But a little voice change. You may not even recognize them if they call you on the telephone. They're different mannerisms, different personality, just like the invaders from Mars with the old dad, What is it, Johnny? What do you want? But Dad, he actually hits the kid. They're replacing us. They're replacing us at a fantastic speed, and they're replacing us with their own the reptilians. You don't believe in reptilians, do you? That's some nonsense, because reptilians never existed until David Icke. No, David Icke brought something up to everyone's attention that has always been with us, always in the past. There's records, there's statues, there's an incredible amount of evidence. But then you have to deal with the Christians and their Christian karate. Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. They don't want to listen. They don't want to hear. They're the controllers. You believe in Jesus or you're going to burn to death. And they believe in Jesus, who was ritually killed by a blood sacrifice, a human blood sacrifice. Oh, and read about in Judges how some guy offered his own daughter, who was a virgin, of course, as a sacrificial burnt offering to Jehovah, and he accepted it. It pleased him. Look that up in Judges, the book of Judges. Anyway, I'm not giving it to you because you won't look anyway. So, yeah, I'm just pulling out the pillars of BS. We are totally mind controlled, totally, yeah. The secular church is the government, and they lie and they lie, and they're there to promote propaganda and to destroy every ounce, every grain of truth that exists on the earth. So we will not have the technology, even if we catch on to what's happening, we won't have the technology to deal with it. Our technology has been greatly suppressed. Greatly suppressed. So here, they're here among us. Don't ever fool yourself. No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh, and then they like to water it down. They're demons. Well, what's a demon? I don't know, but they're demons. Uh, Seriously. So in the movie, here's the real kind of like shocked me. I'll put a picture at the end of this video, well, hopefully, that's going to blow your ever-loving mind. If you've seen the movie, you're just going to go, what the? You won't believe this picture. And which backs up the movie, The Arrival. It was taken by a Google camera mapping system where they started to map. This is when they included people, because they took a picture of one lady who was nude sunbathing on her porch, and that went viral on the net. So now they censor out all people in all the Google mapping system. But you'll see this picture and you'll go, I saw that. I saw that in the movie, because they're telling you right to your face. Global engineering, they're terrifying the, what's the word? Terraforming the earth now, and they're calling it climate change to keep you stupid. Anyways, if we had a whole lot more CO2, we would have booming crops, like crops that boom. But now Bill Gates owns most of the farmland of America. So you better get down and you better just pray to him and beg him to live so that you can live. Because now he's going to control the entire food system. We don't like you? Shut off the food supply. Shut the water. Bring in the famine. And all this Armageddon talk and stuff, it's a script for them. This is a how-to-do script that they're using. And they're going to try and bring in the horses and say, oh, I see, it's fulfillment of prophecy. There's no such thing as prophecy. Anyways, that's a big subject in itself. They're going to, do some exterminating and then get the control 666 control system ready, so that when they return, that guy's an alien. Yeah, we got one that can see. Yeah. Shut his 666 card down. Yeah. Make sure he never existed on computer. Let's take him out now. And then a van pulls out, grabs the guy, and off you go. You have to see movies like They Live and stop thinking that, oh no, that's just fantasy. It's fantasy. Yeah. Where's my? Oh, there we go. 38 minutes. It's just fantasy. Boss, I'm playing. I don't know. I can't be any more serious, any more open. If I get more open on the subject, then people are going to really start to pick up the torches and, and they'll come after me. I mean, big time. There'll be a riot. You can't say that. You're a lunatic. They can't even handle the subject of Tartaria. Tartaria? What's that? That was lunch. I know. But there are very few humans on Earth. And they're all yes men. They all say yes to the government. And they say, yeah, government says we're going to sacrifice the firstborn of America so that America can be strong. Hey, that makes sense. Hey. You know, and they'll go along with it. They don't argue. They comply. They comply and obey. These are the mind controls. This is uh, what are they called? The hybrids. And these are the ones that are, what's that called? CNP or character, you know what I'm talking about. NPCs, yeah, they're the NPCs. Anyways, they're all mass. And you'll notice, I've noticed that with friends and things, all of a sudden, they're different. They're not the same. You know, like the movie series, Westworld. You're different. You're not real, are you? A lot of them are not real. Anyways, I gotta keep it down because I don't want to talk too much. I'm halfway into discovering what reality is really, what reality is really reality. I don't dare talk about it. Oh my God. Get the pitchforks, grab the torches, we ride. I'm not going there. I'm not even discussing it with anybody. I've discussed it with nobody so far. Very plausible. I can have scientists look at it and go, you know, that makes sense. Makes sense more than anything I've seen on YouTube. And I've seen everything on YouTube regarding simulation, time travel, all that. My theory is the best, but I'm not going to share it so people can steal it. Hey, David? That guy gets me so mad. So, yeah, I'll wrap it up. Be very, very careful. When you see the picture, if you've seen the movie, and you go to the picture at the end of this video, you're going to be shocked. You're going to go, what the? They're telling you right in your fracking face. They're telling you nose to nose, and people aren't listening. They're not listening. Oh, no, it's no. And then the karate boys come out. Tuck to the hand. Tuck to the hand. You know, I just feel like painting a face of Jesus and tuck to the hand, Jesus, and they'll be on the floor. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. You know. Anyways, I got a real quote from Jehovah, the Jewish God of vengeance, wrath, and war. I got a first-hand quote. Thou shalt not! There you go. Or he's going to start lighting his matches. Because he loves you. He loves you. For every match, he loves you even more. Yeah, I got to end it because I'm just going to have a flipper. Adios, amigos. And say goodnight, Billy. Good night, everybody. He's so cute. He'll burn real good in hellfire and damnation. Yeah.